Hello, my name is Zarifa. I am from Oopsintranslation, which is an account showing daily struggles of an expat in Japan with humor.
乾杯。最近食べるようになってきてて、ザリファさん。
I was really interested in languages, especially Asian languages. I wanted to try something new and got really interested in Japanese and chose it as major. But in Azerbaijan, there were not enough material or sources to learn Japanese in very high level. So I started looking for ways to come to Japan to master the language. I was here for 2 years as a research student. Later, I got into a master's degree. And I'm here after that for over 8 years now. Yeah. The main goal for me was to master the language, to learn Japanese in that extent that I can speak. Also, I can have access to, the resources that I was interested in, like martial arts or Japanese history or Japanese literature. I would say after coming to Japan, I kept locating myself inside daily life. My Japanese was not perfect then. I went for job interviews. Even I got rejected so many times because my Japanese was not enough. I tried to communicate by myself through paperwork and buying something for my room. My university also provided me a tutor who was a native speaker and who could help me through those process. But I chose not to receive it because I was like, I need to go through this humiliation and humble myself and embarrass myself so I can reach that, that level to be able to speak Japanese. And I'm so happy I did that right now. I took JLPT test twice. Both were for N1 and I passed twice. When I applied my current workplace, they wanted the latest one. So that's why I had to take it once more. My students, they kept asking me how it feels like to live in Japan. What is that? What is this? So I kept talking. I enjoyed talking about my own experiences to them, but also we ran out of the time of the lesson. So I felt like, okay, I need to prepare something so they could use it to, hear or watch. And I was thinking, okay, I can make skits in Japanese.
This is what I'm looking at.ごますりごさん。ごますりごさん。仕事で使ってるそのごまするスキルをデートの時も使ったらどうですか？本当に役に立つと思いますよ。Yes, perfect. This.
Gomasriko-san is layered character and she's kind of combination of so many characters in my life. I used to be silent and just laugh it off or apologize. I kind of chose to use the braver version of me, adding kind of to the rest of the skit. Yeah.
So one day my Japanese teacher asked me if in Azerbaijan we take baths in petroleum every day. We just eat petroleum-flavored fish from the Caspian Sea.
I was expecting the only people going to watch that were going to be my students and my mom. But I would never truly expected it would resonate so widely between so many people and so many people could relate to that. Always check after creating a skit. Even sometimes it takes for days to just analyze it. If I am insulting someone. I'm not saying that Japan is bad, Japanese people are bad. I'm trying to kind of invite people, especially foreigners, to the thinking that Japan is just a country and doing its country thing, and being an expat is very hard anywhere in the world. I just happened to be in Japan. I've met really, really nice people in Japan who really helped me through so many things. And also before coming here, Japanese people back in Azerbaijan who helped me to find ways to come to Japan and to study here. My own professor who taught me back at university here, she also took so much care of me. Like, I want to use this stage and tell I'm really, really grateful whatever she did for me. And of course, I have really good friends here. I have really chosen family, and I do my best to have better life here. And also that helps a lot to be hopeful and to stay positive. There's some people who watches my skits and think that I am just whining person that always complaining. But I hope that my skits would help someone who really wants to live in Japan and also wants to call Japan a home, which would help them to be, reasonable about their expectations and also be prepared to have a happier life. Sharing those kind of skits doesn't mean that I'm not a positive person. I kind of just, with sharing those negative moments, I'm kind of healing myself too. Just thinking about those and talking about those and laughing with all those followers together. At work, I did once. I had to leave the work because it was 8 o'clock. You just gave me that project after 8, so I just left, and then I just pulled the gaijin card. They tried to explain, and I was asking those Japanese words they were using in the explanation, what does it mean? I don't know that word. Let me check in the jisho. By the way, it's not about my current job. I know it will sound really so arrogant right now, but I wish I would know a creator or someone like me before coming here, especially before again making such a big life-changing decisions, that who would talk honestly about what it looks like to be a foreign woman here, what it looks like to be married to a Japanese man. So you suddenly become the responsible person for every kind of action of that person, of that man. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but whatever action my husband makes, whatever decision he makes, whatever action he takes, I'm the one who is responsible, even it's not like that. But people around us think that, okay, she makes him do it.
この間育休の延長も本当にありがとうございました。大変助かりました。
まあこっちは困ったんだけどね。
具体的にどういうことでしょうか。
人手不足だよ。困ったのよ。それにお子さん生まれた報告も直接じゃなくて LINE でしょ。あなたの国では普通かもしれないけど、日本ではね。
ちょっと待ってください。夫の職場の問題をなんで私が叱られてるんですか。私御社の社員でしたっけ。
ちょっと待って。
I wished I've met someone who would talk to me in that honest voice before coming here, and also before getting married, having a child, and choosing Japan as a home. I was working in another convenience store. One day there was not enough staff and they asked me to check the registration if all the money was in there. So we were short about few thousand yen, and all of us started looking for, receipts if there was a canceled payment or pockets, envelopes anywhere, if we could find those. And later I found my manager in the back, looking at my bag, going through my bag. And when I confronted him, he was like, I saw you were the one who took the money. You looked like you needed it. And at that time, I was the only foreigner who was working there. So I was like, okay, so this is it. The next day, I told them that I'm not working there anymore. I just quit immediately. And so when I came back, I kind of was like, I can't do it anymore. Also, it was just kind of ending of my student life there, and I was also going through applying for jobs, and I was like, no, I will stop applying for jobs. I'm going back. That's it. After graduation party, after graduation ceremony, I'm going back. The very, very dark moment at that time. 2 people. One of them were my boyfriend, now husband, and also my friend, my best friend, thinking they're here, living here. So that helped me to change that decision. I was a clerk in a convenience store, Family Mart. It was located on the first floor of our university dorm. The workers in there were struggling to explain them in English. So they were like, "You are a really good match. Would you like to work here?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" That's how I started working there. And interestingly, that's where I met my husband. I was a clerk there. There was a gym and he used to come to the convenience store to buy water like every day. And I kind of fall for him, I would say, like immediately, because he's a very handsome man. So my colleagues also realized that, okay, something is going on. Then later they started helping me, like whenever they saw him waiting in the line, they had to close the other registration so he would come to my side. It was ridiculous in the really best way. He's a customer, I'm a clerk. I cannot ask him out. And later I also heard from him that it wouldn't be appropriate for him to ask me out. So I was kind of waiting for a miracle. Even I secretly named him Masao because I didn't know his name and I was too shy. Months later, when I went back to the dorm, so everyone knew Masao, but they didn't know how he looks like. One of our other girlfriends went to dinner with a Japanese guy. And I was like, okay, show me. When I saw the picture, it was Masao. Oh God, I was so sad. I was like, oh my God, Masao. And she was like, oh, it was just, he helped me at the gym and it was not a date. We just giving back the favor. So she gave my contact without even asking me to him. So later, I got a message from him on the profile. It was him. I was like, oh my God, his name is not Masao. And he asked me to a dinner and the rest is history, I would say. I was a student here for 4 years, 2 years as a research student, 2 years as a master's student. So I had so much time to change so many part-time jobs. So I used to work as a translator at Japanese TV channels. And later I also worked as a translator in correctional facility. And later I got interested in the customer service, what kind of language, what kind of Japanese they are using. So I worked at H&M and also Muji in customer services. I would say every identity, every life stage has its unique struggles and difficulties. The most difficult time of my life in Japan were during my pregnancy and after giving birth. I struggled a lot physically and emotionally when I was pregnant here. Also, I was going to work. Especially, I struggled with not being honest with my family because they couldn't visit me. I kept lying that I was fine. And with my in-laws, they were always kind to me. But the thing was, I felt like sadly I've been compared to other women in the family who had very easy pregnancies. I'm just struggling with high blood pressure, and they used to say but so-and-so didn't have those problems. I know them, I love them, but it felt like, okay, so this guy didn't have so many issues that we have to deal with. So I kind of closed myself and kept silent and stopped sharing. And later when I asked my husband to take a paternity leave, we both of us got judged by family members and also his workplace people too, that how dare we choose family over the company values, feeling watched, feeling judged, whatever you say, whatever you even act, however you act, was kind of really, really hurtful, to be honest. But we've gone through it, and I believe I got really stronger. And I am so happy that I'm in a really strong position right now, and I'm happier. Yeah. Oopsintranslation, the name of the account has a meaning. So it's Oopsintranslation. So it's about the struggling, the awkward moment, the moments that you feel embarrassed, you feel angry, you feel sad. So that's a place, kind of think about that place, therapy session that you go and just dump all your negativity in there and laugh about it with everyone. So just dump in there, get your therapy and just leave. Also you can learn some Japanese too.
ザリファさん、どんな感じですか？
あ、終わりました。今、ニュースの後半が届くのを待っているところです。
あんまり暇そうにしないでもらえますか？暇でも暇そうに見えるのは周りのみんなに対して失礼ですから。 後半を待っている間も何かしてるふりだけでもしてください。
へえ、なるほどですね。だから今忙しくて難しいですって頼まれた仕事を断っても誰も信じてくれないんですね。
So just kind of like lesson to learn how to clap back when you meet the unfair moments in your life. It's okay to just like say, oh, wait a minute, you are just being disrespectful. I believe the person in front of you also would just like consider that, okay, I'm reflecting, maybe I was just like being a judgmental. Maybe they would just like choose to correct themselves, you know, oh, I'm very, very proud that I talked back to one of my neighbors. So they kind of send us some notice that there was garbage left and the garbage machine didn't take it out. And then I realized that that notice only sent to us. So I was like, why? So I just chose not to put the previous place, but another place, which was a few meters away from our place. And they, again, one of our neighbors came and told us that, oh, you know, again, there's a garbage is there. And I was like, you know what? You can check the cameras too. We never put the garbage there in this week. So it's definitely not us. I'm not encouraging people to just like fight back and just picking fights, but I think as much as you kind of stand up for yourself in a very respectful way, that helps to get that respect from locals here. And when people kind of say that, okay, this person respects themselves and they just stand up for themselves, they also will respect you back. I believe in that so much.